So that's James's dinner for today, and I'm just having a gigantic potato, which I won't be able to eat that all in one meal. And then I'm going to be talking about these books. And first I'm going to talk about This Is Your Brain on Birth Control. So I'm going to start before James gets out here. I told him that the dinner was ready, but whatever. And all I'm having with the potato is some tandoori paste. I've been depressed, but I've been reading a lot. So yeah, this was easy in the oven, you know. It's not too bad. I already had a glass of carrot juice, a glass of bell pepper juice, and a couple limes with some honey and some hot water, so I've done all right today. So This Is Your Brain on Birth Control by Sarah E. Hill, PhD. And now I do like that it's pink, but I don't like, she's trying to act all, I guess, edgy or something, and make youthful women or whatever interested in what she's reading. So she'll put things like F*CKD in the why? Well, it's talking about birth control. I don't, whatever. And frankly, she's not opposed to birth control or anything. You can go ahead and eat it.
Yeah, well, exactly. I'm just going to raise a toast to you. Look at the foam on this.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
That one's awesome. That's a little bit of snow up on top of some ice.
I'll try to balance this somehow. I have too many books I'm reviewing today.
Oh, yeah, lucky I don't. Lucky you have so many, because I don't have any. So yeah. No.
So you can go ahead and eat while I read to you all about these things. So
yeah. Stuff is warm, but it'll cool down quickly out here. It's kind of brisk.
You quite literally are your hormones. Page 7. The pill changes the brain structurally and functionally. 8. Women on birth control pill don't have cortisone response to stress. Not just bad, but exciting. 23. Men are more likely to be emotionally close to their children if child has similar facial features to dad. But facial features don't affect emotional closeness of mom to child somehow. 58. When women are in high estrogen, so can you put that that water juice
behind
back?
you?
Yeah, right
there we go.
Thank you.
I guess I took it away from you.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I got so excited about
you
toasting
did.
with that. But then something that was anything but toasty.
58. When women are in high estrogen, fertile part of cycle, they are attracted to high testosterone, socially dominant men. They also prefer men with deeper voices and more masculine faces. 59. The sexy bad boy is sexier to us at that part of our cycles. 66. Dancers earn $70 an hour near ovulation, earn $35 an hour when on their periods, earn $50 an hour when waxing and waning, and women on the pill earn $37 an hour every day. So if you're a dancer, you want to be working when you're ovulating. You pull in the, exactly. 67. Men also found women more attractive in photos taken when they were ovulating. So if you want to take good pictures, do it when you're ovulating. And so it's not even just a smell thing or something that they're picking up chemically. They're seeing it. 85. First and second generation birth control pills have masculinizing side effects. Third generation have fewer, but still stimulate testosterone receptors. Fourth generation progestins are anti-masculating, but they are libido killers. 99. Women desire men less when on the pill. Pill-taking women choose less masculine men with rounder silhouettes. 105. Women choose mate for money and intelligence more when on the pill, but choose for attractiveness, arousal, and support when not on the pill. 106. Choosing partner when on pill predict less long-term attraction and sexual satisfaction. Pill-taking women are more likely to initiate divorce. Page 115, women's brain cells have way more dendritic spines when on estrogen. 117, children born to couples who met on the pill had poorer overall health, more prone to infection and sick more. 125, women on pill more likely to have problems with pain or discomfort from sex. 129, females are attracted to rhythmic displays from males, why almost all adolescent males try to play the guitar. 134, oxytocin regulates sex bonding social interaction. Oxytocin makes us fall in love each time we see our lover's face. It promotes romantic coupledom. When pill-taking women are given a dose of intranasal oxytocin, they don't see their partners any differently from in the absence of oxytocin. 155, pill-taking women lack the HPA axis response to stress. Cortisol follows the circadian rhythm. It peaks 30 minutes after we take and declines over the course of the day. Pill-taking women's cortisone is lower in the morning and flat over course of the day. 156, corticosteroid binding globulin, CBG, blunt pill-taking women's cortisol stress response. CBG is the protein that binds to cortisol and makes it biologically inactive. Pill-taking women have more CBG, 170% more. 157, pill-taking women have higher levels of total cortisol though. Some's bound up. ACTH response is blunted. 167, 78% of people suffering from autoimmune diseases are women. Pill-taking women could have increased risk for inflammation. 173, pill can amp up the crazy, leading to anxiety disorders and depression. Women on hormonal contraceptives were 2 times as likely to attempt suicide. 182, the pill may decrease women's ability to move short-term memories to long-term, so they feel a lack of meaning in their lives. The luteal phase, increased progesterone, allows for more GABA to be produced. Women on pill have lower GABA levels by 79%. This GABAergic activity shortage causes more GABA receptors to develop in the brain. When the GABA receptors aren't stimulated, people feel anxious, overwhelmed, and depressed. This can increase alcohol dependence. And when I read this, I was wondering, does that mean that if I'm taking the pill when I'm young, because I don't want to get pregnant, say your mom gets you to go on the pill when you're a teenager, then you have more GABA receptors later on, and then you're not taking the pill, then aren't you going to be more depressed the whole way in your life because your brain has built these receptors, right? So if you think about that, is it really worth it to be taking this pill that's going to cause more GABA receptors, and then you're going to be feeling depressed because they're not activated, right? For your whole life. Page 209, women's fertility usually peaks in our early 20s. It falls off a cliff at age 35. Oh, also that GABA thing, it can increase alcohol dependence because it seems pretty obvious why. Okay, page 210. The infertility treatment business has quadrupled in the past 25 years, becoming a $3.5 billion industry. The pill may also increase your need for fertility services. 211. Pill women are less attuned to subtle scent-based cues of genetic compatibility than naturally cycling women are. Women naturally cycling prefer the scent of men whose immune genes are dissimilar to their own. Choosing a partner with dissimilar immune genes is believed to improve the health of offspring by increasing their immune system's ability to recognize the bad guys in the body. Pill-taking women tend to choose men with non-complementary immune genes. Couples with genetic similar immune genes have more miscarriages. 238. The brain isn't done developing until early to mid-20s. She suggests being cautious when considering using the pill before age 19 or 20. She says the brain is still adding to the frontal lobes after 20 though, so it's best to hold off for as long as you can. It was worth reading.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this one first. Potatoes, not Prozac. Now, I didn't think it was really worth reading, but I'll give you my notes. 40. What started with sugar when young progressed to more sugar, alcohol, food restriction, compulsive behaviors as an adolescent. Low self-esteem brought on by low beta endorphin. Low beta endorphin made you feel isolated, alone, depressed, and using beta endorphin invoking substances, activities as young adult made me feel normal. Kept doing these things even if you felt victimized by bad things that happened. You didn't connect to substances. Connected things to substance activities, the bad things, right? Addiction tricked you and life became worse. 41. If you were born with a sugar-sensitive brain, you have naturally low beta endorphin, and you always had it. And I'm thinking, no, you don't. I'm reading a book right now, and my guess is, now we realize that sugar affects the brain much like cocaine does. And we know that if people take crack when they're pregnant, the babies don't turn out so well. They end up crack-addicted babies. So I think if you're taking sugar while you're pregnant, your child is going to be more addicted to sugar. It just makes sense. So anyway, page 57. Liver stores 400 calories of sugar at any time. 58. Sugar-sensitive people have more volatile blood sugar. 63. Adrenal fatigue makes the ups and downs more pronounced. 85. Beta endorphin levels are at their lowest in women just before menstruation. 89. Exercise, music, good sex, laughter, meditation, prayer, and the scent of oranges can evoke beta endorphin. 93. Do the steps in order and one at a time. 1. Eat breakfast with protein. 2. Journal what you eat and how you feel. 3. Eat 3 meals a day with protein. 4. Take vitamins and have a potato before bed. So I'm doing my potato at the wrong time.
It's a big potato, you're going to sleep like Rick Van.
I know. 5. Shift from white to brown foods. 6. Reduce or eliminate sugars. 7. Create a new life. 96. Have the right amount of protein for your weight. And her thing is incredible. It's take your weight divided by 2, and that's your, like your, what, I can't remember what it was. Let's see, page 96. It seemed like an awful lot to me. I'll just make sure I read it right, because I mean, I do my reading at really early in the morning, so like 5. Anyway, yeah, it's in pounds. Okay, so you take your weight in pounds and then you divide it by 2, and that's how much protein you eat in grams per day. You divide that into thirds. So that's a huge amount. And for one thing, your body can't absorb a whole lot of protein at once. So if you're only taking 3 meals a day and you're taking that much protein, then it's probably just turning to fat. It's not gonna, anyway. That's too much protein for most people, I would think. But then, you know, another thing I'm thinking about is, right now I'm reading a book. I was planning to get it done for this, but I'm talking about too much stuff at once anyway. There might be a thing where, since, say, my mom didn't eat enough protein when she was pregnant, and her mom may not have eaten enough protein when she was pregnant, maybe then I need to eat that much protein. I'm not sure. And I do know that in the summer when we're hiking, we eat way more protein. And I think the body just naturally, you know, it'll have more, it needs more when it, right?
I think if you're relatively healthy, your body will give you the cues you need.
Yeah.
If
you're eating junk
food
and
and
stuff,
up,
yeah, then
you know,
you're not going to get those
sleep,
cues.
Bad, you know, taking
Processed
various
food
chemicals
and
and
stuff,
stuff
yeah.
like that. I think the signals are going to get screwed up.
Sure, but we don't eat nearly that much protein in the winter months. Anyway, page 137. Serotonin is made from the amino acid tryptophan. Having tryptophan available requires more than eating foods that contain it. Insulin harvests the larger amino acids and leaves tryptophan behind to cross the blood-brain barrier. So eat tryptophan and then hit insulin with complex carbohydrates. Potassium, high in potato, is cofactor for insulin. 159. Full sugar.
What does that mean? Cofactor causes it, or?
I'm just going to go through these notes.
Okay,
no,
sorry.
it just helps it absorb, I think. So anyway,
Okay.
159.
That's
A
good.
full sugar detox takes 5 days. Day 2, irritable and edgy. Day 3 to 4, physical discomfort, headache, joint pain, upset tummy, difficult concentrating. Day 4 is hardest and crucial. Wounding happens in the ACC, anterior cingulate cortex. 174, the protector of the amygdala. When you were little, bad things happened. This caused ripping. Body caused a release of beta endorphin into the ACC to try to protect us from the feelings of pain and helplessness. If there was continuing trauma or abuse, more beta endorphin was released. If you started to develop, develop a complex relationship with pain at that time. So you grew older, you may have sought out pain because you wanted the calming, comforting drug effect of beta endorphin that would be released. And I can say, yep.
Some people out there that like.
Well, it works. Anyway, so that brings me to teenage anxiety, because they're going to be talking about that a little bit in this book. So, page 4, correlation between social media and happiness. 95% of American teens have a smartphone. 45% are online almost constantly. That's 2018. Since 2011, rates of anxiety and depression, teens especially, have skyrocketed. 5, higher emotional investment in social media strongly correlated with higher levels of anxiety. There's also the issue of comparison and judgment. When teens are consistently exposed to only the very best of what people can produce, it creates a false sense of normalcy. By using apps to improve our online faces, we urge ourselves to live up to the false ideals, which can make us feel inadequate. And we don't do that. You're just getting we don't alter the videos or anything. It's the real us.
This is the real us.
That's why no one watches.
Yeah.
21, social anxiety disorder affects 6.8% of U.S. population. 23, OCD affects 1% of population. 24, OCD has been found to be an early symptom of B12 deficiency. The average age of onset for OCD is 19, with 20% of cases occurring by age 14. Page 83, don't tell your anxious teen not to worry. Offer to listen to what they're worried about and reassure them that you'll still be there for them after they try it if they have problems with whatever they're wanting to do and not doing it. 2, it's no big deal. Don't tell them that. Their worries are a big deal and they know that they are. 3, you'll be fine. A panic attack isn't fine. 4, there's nothing to fear. 5, you just need more sleep. And then there's nothing to fear. There's plenty of things to fear. And the thing is, when you have an anxiety disorder, I don't think you're necessarily fearing the correct things all the time. That's the problem. But, you know, if I hung around with people with anxiety disorders too much, I'd give you plenty of things to fear. Rational things, because there's so much out there. 5, you just need more sleep. A worried mind often races at night. So telling somebody they need more sleep when they're up at night most of the time, that's really going to help them.
Well, it's just like a kick in the teeth.
6, I'll do it for you. Instead, reassure them that you know that they can do it, but you're there to support them. 7, it's not real. Anxiety's real. Don't tell them it's not real. 8, hurry up. Anxious kids do things more slowly, so don't tell them to hurry up. 9, stop focusing on the anxiety. You focus on what triggered it, right? 10, I can't help you. Never tell them that. Help them find their own ways to calm their minds in positive ways. They're going to have to figure out how they can live with this, the way their brain is, right? So help them. 94, low serotonin can cause anxiety, but anxiety can also cause low serotonin. Adrenaline is created from your body's sugar stores. While this happens, your body starts processing nutrients at rates that aren't ideal. This changes how your body processes nutrients. Chronic anxiety weakens the immune system. Gut bacteria become unbalanced. So take probiotics if you have an anxiety disorder. 95, anxiety has been linked to either an increase or decrease in some stomach acids. People who have a tough time digesting heavy foods, such as red meat and pasta, often have low stomach acid, which slows digestion and creates cramping, gas, constipation, and more. People with low stomach acid tend to do better on a vegetarian diet. Page 98, stomach issues and mental health disorders go together like 2 peas in a pod. 100, those with anxiety disorders should eat fruit, vegetables, whole grain, plant-based proteins, beans, nuts, seeds, herbs, waters, and herbal teas. Food to avoid: red meat, processed food, sugar, alcohol, caffeine. Avoid cats, caffeine, alcohol, tobacco, and sugar. 101. Eat probiotic foods such as kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, and take probiotic capsules. I'm going to mention the kombucha. You better be making that your own self, and also with the other things. Make it. Don't buy it from the store. You need to make it yourself. It's not hard, and then you know that you're actually getting the probiotic bacteria in it. The stuff you buy at the store, you don't know that. You don't know if it's already been pasteurized or something like that, right? So don't do that. And plus the kombucha, if you're trying to avoid caffeine, is your kombucha made with caffeinated tea? Anyway, calm mind and stomach through conscious deep breathing and meditation. 102. Stress can cause inflammation, acid reflux, ulcers, and food allergies. And ulcers, you need something else in there. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's some sort of a, what was it, a bacteria or something? Don't remember. Okay, but look it up. Ulcers, they've found that it's something that actually causes it. It's not just the stress. Used to be thought that it was stress. Nope. Yoga relieves digestive discomforts like gas, bloating, and constipation. 103. Aromatherapy. Fennel, ginger, and cardamom induces bowel movement. Rub 1 to 2 drops or 3 drops clockwise over abdomen. Tarragon and patchouli are antispasmodic for normal bowel function. Rub a few drops on abdomen in clockwise motion. Lemon and peppermint normalize acid balance. Drink 1 cup of water mixed with 1 drop of either. Ginger, peppermint, and fennel for occasional gas.
Talk about bowel function.
You're going to go get that done. Okay. Drink 1 cup with 1 drop of oil. Clove and lemongrass to control overgrowth of unwanted sugars and yeast that take up residence in digestive tract. Put a drop of each in a capsule and take with food. 105. She encourages hiking and asking the teen to take on the responsibility of walking the family dog. 108. Cognitive behavior therapy is the most widely used therapy for anxiety disorder. 1. Cognitive therapy works on how negative thoughts or cognitions contribute to anxiety. 2. Behavior therapy observes how one behaves and reacts in situations that trigger anxiety. The situation doesn't determine how you feel, but your perception of the situation does. Identify and change the negative thoughts and beliefs. Perception is everything. 111. Lack of exercise is strongly correlated with increased anxiety. So get out there hiking or doing whatever you like doing. Running. 114. Bergamot, chamomile, lavender, lemon balm, orange, rose, rosemary, yarrow. Decrease anxiety. 115. Eat at regular times in a day. Eat several small meals. Leafy greens, fruit, vegetables, plant-based protein, whole grains, not processed. Decrease sugar, alcohol, caffeine. Take specific supplements. Don't wait until too hungry. Skip meals. Eat just before bed. Binge on empty calories. Eat brain fog foods. 116. Supplements to relieve anxiety. Vitamin A. B complex, especially B12. Vitamin C prevents oxidative damage, which can cause anxiety. Vitamin D deficiency can lead to other deficiencies. Vitamin E, your body uses this nutrient up quickly in changes of times of stress and anxiety. Omega fatty acids and magnesium. So Epsom salt baths. 118. Lower cortisol, BP, and stressful thoughts with flotation therapy. 2013 Time Magazine article, Singing Changes Your Brain. Singing soothes nerves. Oxytocin's released when singing. So what I started doing, like I have when I'm really depressed for a while, I've been sobbing in the morning. I wake up and I just start sobbing. So what I've been doing is I've been singing to my little dog that I sleep with. And it's been helping. I haven't been sobbing so much in the morning. Herbs to ease anxiety. Valerian root, kava, ashwagandha, rhodiola, passion flower, chamomile, lemon balm. I tried that rhodiola and not good. I left some for somebody else that I thought might want it when I stayed with them, and maybe they tried it. I don't know. But 124. Animal therapy. Pets are a main source of support in the management of long-term mental health problems. 132. Side effects of SSRIs may include drowsiness, nausea, dry mouth, insomnia, diarrhea, nervousness, agitation or restlessness, dizziness, erectile dysfunction, headache, blurred vision. SNRIs, possible side effects: tiredness, constipation, insomnia, changes in sexual function, loss of appetite. NASSAs, common side effects: drowsiness, dry mouth, increased appetite, and weight gain. 137. Self-harm is done to cope and distract. Scratch and pinching is done by more than half engaged in self-harm. Punching objects done by 37%. 3. Self-impact, punching self. 25% of self-harmers. Oh, that's the punching self. Cutting is more common among females, and I did it when I was a teen. The sight of blood is calming. Draw on skin instead. And you know, I had friends that started drawing on me, and I think that's what stopped it, honestly, now that I think about it. I didn't even think about it back then, but I'd go over to their place and they'd just start drawing pictures on my legs and stuff. And I don't think I was cutting them. So anyway, ripped skin, 16% of self-harmers do that, and I did know a guy that would peel his fingers. It was really creepy. 6. Carving. Yeah, I did that. Words or symbols into skin. 15% of self-harmers do that. 7. Healing interference. Cutouts, pulls out stitches or pick stabs. I don't know if that 13.5% do that, but like I used to sew things into my fingertips, but I don't know if that really counts. Burning skin, 12.9%. Rubbing objects into skin. Sharp objects such as glass, hard plastic, small pebbles. I did not do that. 12% of self-harmers do that. People may also embed or insert, oh yeah, I did that. Insert things like safety pins and staples into the body. So I did the safety pins. I'd stick them through my ears. I'm more scar tissue here than not. And the hair pulling, yeah, I did that. Sometimes they eat the hair. 11% of self-harmers do this. Tattooing and piercing, you betcha. I did that. 12, substance abuse. 60% of self-harmers are girls. 50% of those who self-mutilate start in teens and continue in adulthood. I did not continue, but I found a boyfriend who was interested in helping me along in that direction, so that might have been why I didn't do it to myself, but I was still pulling out my hair, so the stress continued. Anyway, page 149, regular exercise causes a gland in the brain to release endorphins. Endorphins lower the amount of cortisol in the circulatory system. Exercise is an excellent distraction. Work out 30 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a week. Just go for a brisk walk. It's easy. That's all you do. Go to the library. Go back. And that's more than 30 minutes. Anyway, 166. Few apps for your teen to try. Mindshift, self-help for anxiety management, CBT, thought record diary, Calm, and then anyway, now the story behind this is the woman, she doesn't have any education or anything listed there. She's Canadian. She's living in Abbotsford, BC, and the co-author is her son, her eldest son, who has the anxiety troubles. And honestly, reading this, I was thinking, wow, is she a yellow? Because she's totally exploiting her son to write this book, and it totally creeped me out. And plus, if she'd read a little bit more about anxiety, she would have picked up on the fact that, like, if you do the Gale courses, you'll notice that there's some good information about anxiety disorders. And one thing interesting about anxiety disorders is like attracts like. And so if you have an anxiety disorder, you are actually more attracted to somebody else with an anxiety disorder. It might not be the same kind of anxiety disorder, but for some reason,